everybody. It is December, so it is time for me to show you the decks I am using for December. Now, for the month of December, just so you know, I do have up on my Etsy shop, I do have a year ahead mega reading going on. And it is a reading that shows you both what's ahead of you for the year in all 12 areas of your astrological chart, as well what they call the houses, as well as month by month. So it's a really good way to know what the themes are going on in the year ahead, as well as some timing aspects as well. So you can check that out below in the links below to the Etsy shop. Also, if you are into, kind of tarot readings and stuff, we do have on the Patreon a weekly tarot scope for each of the zodiac signs. And we also have as well a month, or not months, but week by week, we go through all of the tarot cards and talk about them. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out on Patreon below. All right, let's get to what the cards of the month are. So I'm very excited for December. I'm using a deck that I got recently that I just love the artwork of, and I'm really excited to work with, and that is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. This came out this year, like I said, in October, I think it was, from Llewellyn. It is by Lunea Weatherstone, and it's illustrated by Mara, I'm probably going to butcher this, I'm so sorry, Mariella Alwood. So that's the cover there. So it's, one of these newer Llewellyn sort of boxes, which I do love. I love these boxes. They're sturdy. They've got a magnetic closing. I love that it's got the ribbon inside where you can pull it out. It's just beautifully designed. The improvements on the box are so great. The book is really lovely as well. So it's full color. And it's very glossy. I know not everybody's like a giant fan of the glossy pages, but I don't mind this. And it's just got, it's got a full color picture for every single card. It's got a write-up for every card. It's just beautifully, beautifully designed. It's just a lovely, lovely book. So I'm very excited about working with that, working with the deck and the book. The cardstock, some people have complained about the Llewellyn cardstock. I don't mind it because it is good for rifle shuffling. It is a bit slippy. Again, I don't mind that. I'm totally okay with that. I think that the artwork is just beautiful. It's very fairy tale, which is kind of why I picked it for December, because I associate December, of course, with Christmas memories and childhood. And these really remind me of these British fairy tale books that my grandmother would send us sometimes. She's British and she would send it to us. So it really makes me think of those books. And apparently this is kind of based on British fairy tales. So it's, I picked up on that, that's for sure. But I just love the colors and the imagery. I just think it's fantastical and magical. And I think that this is the perfect time of year for that kind of fantastical, magical energy. Very much about storytelling as well. It's got a very fae aspect to it, which I really love. It's a very green tarot. It's just a lovely, lovely deck. So I am excited to work with that, especially because it's a new deck and I haven't worked with it before. I really want to, kind of see how it reads. Lots of little mushrooms and things. It's a cute deck. I've quite happy about working with this one. Next I have for the Oracle deck, I always pair it with an Oracle deck. I have the Fairy Forest Oracle cards. Now, I'm not sure if I used these earlier this year or not, but I thought that they would pair really well with this particular deck because it's got, again, that fantastical, magical kind of vibe to it, that fae vibe. But there's a bit of darkness in this, just like there is in that deck as well. Not everything's sunshine and lollipops. There's a little hint of darkness here as well. Oh, this one's very Yuletidey as well. Love that. Not the deck, just particular cards. This card, I feel like this deck really reflects the seasons. There's this card is very autumnish. The Trickster, that's very kind of late summer. Here's another wintry one as well. I've got a fiery one. There's some too that are a little more spring-like. So I really enjoy this deck, and I think that it is just a lovely fae type deck to work with. And like I said, I thought it would pair really well with the Enchanted Forest Tarot. Yeah, so this is very, very pretty. This is a Lucy Cavendish deck, and the artwork's by Maxine Gabb. She's just got fantastic artwork. I actually have a book of hers with her artwork in it, and it's very, very lovely. So I'm going to be pairing those two together. So if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I do during the week, I do a daily draw with the 2 cards. So we're going to be using that. And then just for kind of my more like personal practice and things, I mean, I'm using these, but, and if you get a reading from me, I'll probably be using those as well, is I like to use affirmation decks. So every season I use a different affirmation deck. And for winter, for like December, January, February, I'm going to be using Miracles Now by Gabrielle Bernstein. So I got one of her other affirmation decks recently and I didn't like the style. It didn't really speak to me. I ended up getting this one, I think, last year. I saw it in the bookstore and I kind of got it on a whim, but I actually really like this one like a lot better. The back is just kind of plain. It just says Miracles Now. I'm not a big fan of putting the title on the back, but whatever. I really like the galaxy colors. I love the silver gilding. So just on an aesthetic level, as far as an affirmation deck, I think it's pretty cool. But she's just got like some nice affirmations in here. I let go and allow the universe to do her thing. Let's see. Allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. So it's about not changing others. Don't dance around the perimeter of the person I want to be. I step in fully and completely. It's just some like really just like nice kind of more empowering type affirmations, and they're not super long. I begin my day with love. Some of them are, that's pretty generic. But what I do is I'll just, like each week is I'll shuffle one, and whichever one pops out, that's kind of the affirmation that I need to work with for the week. I really love the colors, and not every one has the same background. They're all just very, very colorful. I didn't care for the artwork in the other one that I got, but this one, I don't mind the colors with just an affirmation on it. There's sometimes simple is best. So that's what I'm going to be using for the month of December. So if you, like I said, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you'll be seeing the tarot and the oracle cards. And then as well, if you get a reading, I'll be using that as well. I didn't bring it down, but I am coupling it with, I'm using the Mythic, the Mythic Oracle. It's got Greek gods and goddesses in it as well. And it's also coupling it with the Enchanted Lenormand, which is another favorite of mine. But those are the new decks. I've been using those for a couple of months. So these are the decks that I'm using for December that are a change in what I've been doing. I really like all the greens in the decks. These are all very greeny type of decks, which I'm totally fine with for, this time of year. So let me know what decks you're using. Do you like any of these decks? Do you not like these decks? What do you think of affirmation decks? Do you use them, or are you like, nah, they're too cheesy, too new agey? What do you think of them? Let me know, and like and subscribe. And if you've got comments, put them down below, and I will see you all next time.